Hey, what's up, you stupid bastards? It's been a long time, but Timo is back with the Bronx and Rocks podcast. Oh, man, it's been a long time. Hasn't been a very good time for us, right? Either Bronx or Rocks. I think I'm gonna start off with the Rockies. Holy crap, folks. I think it's time for Brightitch to get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I'm listening to Breaking Bad in the background. I'm gonna turn that off. But yeah, Brightitch, what the fuck, dude? Listen, I know he always gets a lot of shit for his draft picks and stuff, but Brightitch, you are I wish him and Elway could kind of fucking switch spots, you know? Elway's good at getting like free agents and not good at drafting. Brightitch ain't that bad at drafting, but he's terrible at free agents. What the fuck's going on here? But Brightitch, I mean, you don't have a Super Bowl or quote unquote World Series to fucking justify you being here. You're terrible. Mike Dunn, he's a fucking local guy. He's a guy from my hometown, Farmington, New Mexico. And the guy just didn't work out. He was older, man. I mean, he's the same age as me. I'm old as fuck. That guy would still beat the hell out of me. But yeah, that wasn't the worst of it. But I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, and then you let guys like DJ go, which I could see. We had Rodgers, and, you know, you had to let that kid kind of show what he had. But, man, none of you can fucking say you saw DJ LeMay being a top 5 MVP candidate in the AL. Shut up if you do. I told you. He was good. He was solid. He was always a good defensive second baseman for us, and he was a good contact guy. Nothing against that, and, you know, maybe you should have paid him, but we got guys. We thought anyway. So I ain't going to give him too much shit on that, but things like the Ionetta, bringing him back, never being able to develop a catcher, outfielders, Jesus Christ, our outfield defense has been horrible. Ian, of course, Desmond, Desi. I mean, when that guy shines, though, he's a fucking beast. But he doesn't shine that often. He'll shine for like 10 games out of 162, so you get no sympathy from me for that, Mr. British, or fucking, what did he say? He was a fucking doctor or something? It's like, I'm not a brain surgeon. You're like, you're also not a very good general manager, bro. Holy shit. And then Otto, you know, I think Otto was going to leave anyway, but you don't even give him a fucking offer. The guy was the most nails dude you had. And you fucked that up. And then Wade Davis, you know, God damn it, I'm over here getting all these goddamn excuses for the guy, and I'm trying to fire him. But Wade Davis he was pretty fucking good last year, if I remember, but fell apart this year at home. I don't understand how you can't sell that to somebody in the AL or in any of these fucking NL teams. Like, hey, dude, look at his fucking splits. He sucks here, but he's fucking amazing on the road. You don't think you could use a guy like that? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, good job on getting Nolan signed, but I think Nolan would have signed that deal with any general manager. It seems like he loves Denver, but yeah. Sign me to an 8-year deal, but I only have to stay for 3. Then I can go where the fuck I want. Yeah, I think most general managers could have gotten that out of him. So, I don't know. It's a fucking mess. And nobody expected fucking Mr. Kyle Freeland, Mr. Denver, to fall off the hill like he did. And then everybody in the rotation, their whole fucking... God damn, what do they have in Denver that all their legs fall apart? Even back to the Tulo days, motherfucker sat out with heavy legs. Hell, I got heavy legs. It's because I'm fucking lazy. These guys are just falling off the mountain. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, what a disappointing year. I mean, nationally, it's going to be the Red Sox, I guess, that are probably the most disappointing team. But fuck, if you kind of really looked at it, this team was... They were tied with the Dodgers last year. First place in the NL West. And now they're like the third worst team in the National League, something like that. I don't know. I stopped paying attention to them a week ago, which was probably 4 weeks too late. But I love them. Dude, that's my summer. I love watching the Rockies at night. But they just... God, it was horrible. Horribly sad season. A lot of people are going to give Nolan shit. I give him shit too. He disappears sometimes. I'm not going to lie about that. Come on in, you fatso. Let my big fat cat inside. Meow. I want to eat. Well, then go to the fucking bowl, stupid. Chuck is just... Dude, that guy just works too hard. He's played I think he's played above his true talent level for years now. Which is a weird thing to say, because if you're good, you're good, but I just don't think Chuck was ever gonna be that good. He just drove himself to do that. He's like one of those fucking Welker guys. Remember Wes Welker? Little tiny guy, fucking... Shouldn't have been shit, but just tore himself up to make himself good. Or any of the white New England Patriots guys that are receivers. I mean, it's a different mindset, and I think you go through it that long and you fucking push yourself that long, your body's going to be like, dude, you were never supposed to be this good. And Chuck, I still love him. He's not worth what we're paying him. Like if I'm paying him. But yeah, I'm not going to do that either, because that's stupid. Why do you say we? Are you on the Broncos? Are you on the Rockies? Are you on the Buffs? No. Stupid. But I think of them as my family. Dude, I spend so much more time watching Rockies games, Broncos coverage, fucking Avalanche shit than I do with my family. I see my brother like 3 times a year. My sister like once. I'll try and see my folks every day because I live here, but I mean, it's just crazy. I spend more time with them than my friends. So yeah, I do think of them as kind of we. Uh-oh. There goes some fucking ice, buddy. You know what's happening now. And his partner, Jimmy Beam. You know what I figured out today? I think the fucking fifths of Jim Beam in the plastic bottle are way less volume than the fifths of Jim Beam in the glass bottle. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think they're shysting me. I gotta figure out to keep fucking a glass bottle of that shit and then pour in a fucking... Sorry, I didn't want to spill. and then pouring a fucking plastic bottle of that shit. Anyway, so the Rockies, Jesus Christ, folks, it's been horrible. Just hasn't been fun. You gotta listen to Drew and fucking Jeff Houston, who's the dorkiest moron on the planet. And then like 4 games of Jenny Kavner. I'm sorry. I'm all for women doing shit in sports, but Jenny Kavner is just not that good. You know, Doris Burke, she's not that bad to listen to when you listen to some NFL games. Or, I mean, NBA games. But, yeah, I mean, Kavner, it's just like a running commentary of people just talking, and nobody makes sense. I'm old. I miss George Fraser, because George Fraser would talk some shit when the team was horrible. I haven't listened to him really much lately, so I don't know what Houston or Spilly or any of those guys are doing, but back in the day, if this bullshit was going on, George Fraser was like, they're just not playing good baseball right now. And you're like, you know what? You're right, George. They're not playing very good baseball right now. And then he'd tell you, oh man, I remember he was talking, who was he talking shit about? It might have been Iannetta. I don't know. I don't want to say, because obviously I'm not George Fraser, and George doesn't have a chance to back this up, because ain't nobody going to listen to this but like 3 people. But I remember he was talking trash about one of the players. He was just fucking on him like, dude, you're not putting out what you need to put out. And I kind of wish we had a little bit more of that this year from these guys, because, dude, there were times when Nolan, when was it? I don't know. I'm probably going to fuck this up. Maybe June or somewhere right after the fucking All-Star game, where he just didn't do anything. He was like 0 for 18 or something. And it's like, dude, listen, man, you're obviously the best player on our team. You very well could go to the Hall of Fame. You're very well on your way there. But, like, you just, they fucked up. Listen, I'm not saying Cargo or Para would have been great guys out there to fucking man that outfield, but at least it would have brought a little bit of fire to the team. I don't get it. They had to call up a fucking kid from Albuquerque to do the Las Cucarachas thing. And that was, 2 weeks ago or a week ago? Like, you have to get a AAA guy, a lifelong AAA guy, to come up and give you some fire? That's fucked up, man. I mean, I'm not saying these guys are bad teammates. I'm just saying they don't have, like, spunk, fire. A little something to spice things up in the clubhouse. Just get the guys going. Giambi with this fucking stupid gold thong back in the day. That worked. Cargo just made people fucking smile all the time. Para, the same thing. And this year it was just like, dude, there's too many workman-like guys, I think. And Daniel Murphy just hasn't been with the team long enough to kind of ingrain himself in that. But man, Murph dog, not his greatest year, but at least he brought some fire. And he brought some fucking laughs and stuff. Like, all these guys are just too serious. You look at Kyle Freeland, like, he interviews. You're like, dude, lighten up a little bit, please. Just, I don't know. I think it's just his demeanor that I was like, dude, Kyle Freeland's probably a fucking prick. I was like, that guy's probably a real asshole. So when he got hurt, I wasn't, like, that sad. Or when he fucked up and wasn't playing very well, I was like, yeah, that's what happens when you're a prick. I think he's a good guy now, though. I just think he's too serious. These guys need to fucking learn a little bit. I think that's kind of why Andrew Luck retired tonight. He probably took his shit way too serious, wanted nothing but to be the best, and then his brain just was like, dude, You're miserable. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta tell you, man, when I watch his retirement press conference, other than like other Broncos or Rockies or Avalanche guys who have retired, I never really kind of felt that bad for guys. Dude, that guy made me feel tonight. He's just been fucking battling it and battling it and battling it. So, best of luck to him. I hope he comes back for the Broncos in a couple of years. Make that 3 Colts to win us a Super Bowl, huh? That'd be sweet. Oh, could you imagine? That would be fucking unbelievable. We already own the fucking Colts. We've come in their face twice. And just to splooge one more time, just bam, right in your fucking eye, bitch. Oh, that ain't gonna happen, but still. That would have been great. I guess Baltimore was the Ravens. They were the Colts before, so maybe Joe Skinny will get us a fucking title one of these days. I doubt it. I'll go over. Just to finish up on the Rockies, they have a lot of work to do, which is crazy because I really thought they had a super good chance to win this year, and they didn't. Blinded by the light, I guess. Man, are they still pitching Marquez? I think I saw him the other day. What the fuck are they doing? Sit that guy down. What do you want, his legs to blow up too? The guy had full body cramps like a month ago. He had to leave a game he was dominating. He's like, my whole body is cramped. Holy shit. And we're still like, yeah, throw him out there, bro. What if we win a game? Lost a fucking season series to the Diamondbacks. I mean, we won overall, but we lost the series total. So I owe that little bitch Chad fucking money. God damn it. Jesus Christ. I'm just mad. I'm just mad because I had to sit here tonight and watch the fucking Broncos and the Rams play nobodies for 4 quarters, but really not even pay attention because the Andrew Luck shit fucking broke. And then they still have another goddamn preseason game to go. I'm watching the Breaking Bad where Hank looks through the fucking RV and there's these 2 fat people just sitting there playing strip poker. It's great. I love it. Sorry. That's old. But, back to the fucking game tonight. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what anybody did. It was, 10-6? What the fuck is that? That might have been the most boring thing I've wasted 3 hours on. Thank God I was smoking some fucking chicken wings and a big old pork chop. That was good stuff. So that kind of took my mind off of it. Plus the Andrew Luck shit, like I said. I'm telling you guys, a lot of you are not on Twitter. A lot of you guys are just Facebook freaks. What the fuck are you going to see on Facebook that's anything? Like, sorry. Nah, dude. I mean, when Andrew Luck retired tonight, if you were on Twitter, you learned that shit the second it happened. Like, boom. Adam Schefter. Pow. My brother's like, no way, man. No way. I went to his Facebook page and he's all about football. Football's his life. I was like, yeah, well, Adam Schefter's pretty fucking dialed in and he fucking tweeted that shit like 12 minutes ago. Just don't follow any political people on that shit. You'll fucking lose your mind going to a rabbit hole. Unless you like that, that's fun. You could definitely be a troll on Twitter. That is probably the most trolly place. But yeah, I mean, it's like anything else, you know? There's a lot more people that aren't on there than are on there, just like Facebook, just like Instagram, just like all that shit. But if you want like real quick breaking news and shit, that's a place to be, man. Motherfuckers didn't even know. Andrew Luck was doing his fucking press conference and people were like, no, he's not. But yeah, as far as the Broncos, holy crap, people. Actually, I shouldn't say holy crap, people. I've kind of learned over the past couple years to steady my excitement or disappointment. First year with Vance, I was like, he's going to be all right. And then I kind of saw him do press conferences and he's just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just rape bitches and fucking see you. That's all I do. And you're like, yeah, but it's... that was a long time ago. And then you realize he was 30 when he did it. Not like it's good anytime. It's never good. But like, you know, you're like, well, maybe it was when he was going to school. Nope, it was when he was coaching. Fucking creepy ass motherfucker. So that first year I actually was kind of excited because I thought Trevor would be better. But, you know, when you have dog shit as an offensive line, no one's going to look good. And then everybody kind of turned on Vance that whole year. Akib hated him. And it was a mess. But then the next year, I was like, all right, he can't be worse than he was the first year, Vance. And I'm not just blaming Vance, trust me. John Elway has fucked up a lot of these drafts. That's where we get into our predicament. I'll go into it a little bit later. But, yeah, you know, Vance, he never kind of learned from the shit he fucked up. He kept throwing out dummies out there trying to catch fucking punts and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? They'd run the same plays over and over. Listen, Case Keenum, good job, buddy. You sold some books. I got a burp, but it's not coming out. Plus, I think I'm getting the hiccups. God damn it. But yeah, Case got signed to the Broncos, and then he puts out a book. What the fuck is that all about? My story. This is what I did. I love Jesus. You're like, yeah, dude, you can love Jesus all you want, but put that book out afterwards. You're still going to love Jesus. I love him too. But we don't need to hear about it before you've actually gotten your first fucking time in the show there. Ugh. Case. Ugh. God, would I have rather had Brock? Probably. I would have rather had that cross-eyed fucking Chad Kelly with that stupid-ass motherfucker. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk into someone's house and get beat up by a fucking vacuum cleaner. Oh, I should have thrown a Roomba at his stupid face. Now he might be the goddamn Colts starter once Jacoby Brissett gets hurt. Wow. That's crazy. Chad Kelly. Gonna start in the league before Paxton Lynch beats level 1 of fucking doom. Paxton. Out there killing the Broncos 4-team defense. They're like, oh my God, we should have kept him. I'm like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that's another thing that's fun about Twitter, guys. You can get on there after shit like that where Paxton Lynch like tears us up with third string defense. They're just like, we should have kept him, man. Oh, we fucked up. Oh, they should have played him, blah, blah, blah. I will admit, though, they should have played him. They really should have. I mean, it was so stupid to have him and Trevor there. Like, get rid of one of them. And if you think you can win now, keep Trevor. If you're trying to get someone later, then get fucking Paxton in there. But yeah, to have them both was just ridiculous and dumb. Oh, this bitch Skylar cheating on Walt with the baby in the car. Jesus Christ. Oh, never mind. She's with Aunt Marie. That's cool. Sorry. Oh man, Breaking Bad fucking the movie is coming out in October. Can you believe that shit? That's gonna be awesome. Anyway, yeah, it was a mess for 2 years in a row. I had some faith in VJ, but then it kind of it all just waned away last year. I was like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Had a great practice on Wednesday. And like, you look back at it, and there was really only a couple guys who made that team even win 6 games. I mean, they were 6-6. And then Emmanuel got hurt, and then they fucking lost every game. You know, I haven't always been the biggest Emmanuel fan, but that guy fucking works his balls off. Which is evident by the fact he was playing in the third preseason game this year for the Broncos. He's going to be ready for week 1. It's just crazy. But yeah, this year's team, I've definitely tempered my expectations. I just don't know if Phillip can kind of do what he did last year. I think you saw it. I know it was a hand. It wasn't a leg or ribs or anything where he just got beat up, but I really do hope he does good. I bought his fucking jersey last year. But he's a small guy. And as I know from personal experience, small guys, they can get beat up out there. Swear to God. If a guy who was 5'6" fucking tackled me, I'd fucking be dead. 5'6", a small guy. I'm 5'1", motherfucker. But no, I think Royce is actually going to do a little better this year than Phillip. I hope I'm wrong, because I love Phillip Lindsay. He was a buff, man. That guy he just works his ass off. Flacco, Joe Skinny, come on. Of course that guy's going to be better than goddamn big-headed Case Keenum. And I was excited for Keenum. So, you goddamn know right. You goddamn know right that I'm pumped for Joe Skinny. It's going to be cool. I don't mind him. I was looking forward to a lot more Locke this preseason. Just because every day it seemed like I can't say every day, because obviously I don't see him every day. But every week, he looked to have gotten a lot better, a little more steady in the pocket. First couple weeks, those feet were just moving around, and his head was like me trying to cross the street. Dude, if my parents taught me anything good, they taught me to look both ways, because if I ever cross any street, I laughed at myself the other day. It was like the middle of the night. It's like fucking 10 o'clock, and I'm walking to the grocery store, which is like 2 blocks away. And there's the kind of, Main Street there. It's not Main Street, trust me, but it's the thoroughfare. I must look left and right like 8 times. I'm like, and that's how Drew looked. in his first couple games. But the last game he played in, man, he set his feet, looking downfield. He wasn't great by any means, but definitely getting a lot better. And that's good, I mean, Trevor was, a 7th-round pick? And when you saw stuff kind of get better for him, you're like, yeah, but he's still a 7th-round pick. I mean, there's one ever 6th-round pick, I guess, Tom Brady, that was ever anything great. But Locke, he was, a lot of people were talking about him going in the 1st round. We got him in the 2nd. I did. I don't mind these 2 drafts of Elway. What I do mind is that motherfucker leaving in the middle of camp, or tail end, whatever you want to call it, to fly to New York with his wife to talk about his fucking finger. Listen, man, that sucks. That's horrible, and I'm glad they're trying to find a goddamn cure for it, or maybe they've found a treatment for it. But dude, you got a job to do. If you can't tell, I'm in a bathroom now. I'm sure you could tell. I'll be able to tell later on. Now I'm gone. I didn't have to pee. Didn't have to poop. Didn't have to do nothing. Just walked in there for some reason. But no, John Elway, what the fuck are you going to Today's Show in New York for? To do a 3-minute spot about a drug company you're fucking peddling. Just doesn't make sense. It's stupid. The day before, they put 2 guys on IR and cut another guy, I think. And then they signed 3 guys that day. And then the next day, you're gone. You don't even want to see the guys you fucking signed? Like, practice? You don't want to look at any of that shit? I don't know. I think his company is like Endo something. Endo. So, we'll rename that stadium. You know what I'm talking about, Denver folks. Smoking that Endo, sipping on gin and juice. Endo Stadium in Mile High, baby. Woo! That'd be pretty sweet. Maybe I'll get him some more money and he can help buy it. Those bowling kids are nuts, man. Like Brittany and, who the fuck's the other one? Beth? Yeah, Beth. They want to own that team, like run it. Fuck that. Sell that shit for fucking $5 billion or $4 and just live your life. You think they ain't going to give you badass seats every day? I don't know, man. When guys like Andrew Luck retire at 29 years old, shit's getting bad. Listen, people are never going to stop watching the NFL. I'll never stop watching it. Dude, fucking Commissioner Goodell could rape and murder 500 people, and I'd still be like, yeah, but the rest of the guys. And then I'd still watch. All these dudes with their fucked up brains, I'm like, yeah, I mean, but still. But I don't know if that's going to last that long, you know? Or if it does, I don't know how many of those guys are going to fucking do it. Dude, let's say you're a first-round draft pick. I don't know how much they make. Say you're top 10. And you make $12 million a year. I don't know. That's just a wild guess. But that might be what it is. $12 million a year for 4 years. Like, by the end of plus with the 5th-year option, if you're good enough, that's what, $60 million? You can't just retire and be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm at a place where they're like fucking... They're like, yeah, I get like 10% of my fucking... I get 80% of my normal time if I retire. And you're like, holy fuck, cool. So you get like, what? 60,000 a year? Guy's got millions. 50 million, 60 million fucking bucks. You can't make that last. You give me $1 million right now, and I'll make it till my death. Probably because I would snort and drink half of that shit till I died. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There might be kids out there. Don't listen to me. But no, I honestly, I think I could make $1 million work through retirement and all that shit. I ain't no spring chicken, motherfuckers. Would I retire if someone just gave me $1 million? I don't think so. I'd probably still work for a while. But I mean, 60 million bucks? Someone gives me that shit? Yeah, I'm dead tomorrow. I mean, I'm dead with money still when I'm 80, 90. It's just crazy. Holy fuck. That's a lot of shit I saw tonight on Twitter tonight. They're like, he's leaving $62 million on the table, Andrew Luck. And I'm like, yeah, but he's made like $100 million in his life. He's fine. I'm glad for the guy, man. Good for him. He was like, dude, I made money. I tried my best. They didn't give me a fucking offensive line until a year ago. And it was too late then. I've been hurt. Dude, every time I think of Andrew Luck, I think of it in like fantasy shit. Fantasy football shit. And it's like, that poor bastard was hurt, I think, every single year of his career. Save one or two. I mean, it just always seemed like he was really hurt. And Cam Newton, too. Ever since the Broncos broke his fucking ass in that Super Bowl. Some guy tweeted it tonight. He's like, dude, what the fuck? Broncos destroyed those guys. They killed Cam, and Cam definitely, you can't argue with me that he has not been the same guy since that Super Bowl. And Luck that season, I completely forgot about it. They lacerated his goddamn kidney in a game. So yeah, those guys are killers. And they don't really ever get brought up with the best fucking defense ever, which is insane. Ah, shit. If you follow me at TIMOGONZO, Timo Gonzo, on Twitter. I retweeted him. I can't look at it right now. I don't know if I get off of this recorder thing that if it'll stop or delete everything. I don't know. I've talked for like 40 minutes and I don't want to lose it all. But anyway, the Broncos this year. All right. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not going to be big fanboy like I always was, but I do like Vic. He seems like a pretty straight shooter guy. I'm worried about Skanger on offense. It might just be that they haven't called a lot of things because it's preseason. But that, to me, that's stupid. I mean, try your shit, you know? How do you know if it's going to work unless you do it against the team? I hate the fact that the defense is so much better than the offense, just because when you're actually going against each other every single day for 2 whole goddamn months, there's a lot to be said about, oh, yeah, well, we're going against one of the best defenses ever and blah, blah, blah. But if you ain't having any success, really, then what the fuck good is it doing? So that's kind of why I wish the starters would have played a little bit tonight. But I could see it. Fucking 80-yard field in Winnipeg. Lamar Miller busting his fucking ACL. Cam fucking up his ankle. There's been a lot of guys getting fucked up in preseason. It sucks. But I'm just looking at Skylar again. She sees this big bag of money. She's like, oh, shit, I'm wet as fuck. But I hate my husband. No, I'm just kidding. But still. Where was I? Oh, yeah, Skanks. Listen. A lot of people are quick to suck the dick of fucking Kyle Shanahan. And he had a worse record the last 2 years than Vance Joseph did. I understand there's injuries and things happen, but come on. I mean, Bill Belichick was what? Fucking 10-6 or 11-5 when Brady busted his fucking ACL. And I mean, they didn't make the playoffs, which sucks, but that's a pretty hard pill to swallow. But I mean, he still did it. So I'm not this big Shanny kid. I'm a big Shanny fan. The real Shanny. Fucking lobster. But his kid, I'm not ready to bow down to him. He very well could be fired after this year. I don't see that team being that great. I mean, so everybody's like, yeah, they fucked up with VJ, should have got him. And I agree, they should have. But who's to say it would have been very much different, I guess. I guess Shanny would have been to more practices back then. That was a big deal. Hey, Shanny, he's back in practice. He's back with the Broncos. They're like, good job. Should have done that fucking years ago. The guy's the best coach we've ever had. Love Shanny. Love Champ. Good job, Champ. Hall of Fame, Champ. I named my cat Champ. Where you at, Champ? Oh, Champ's outside. Name the fat one Vaughn and the skinny one Champ. Not that Vaughn's fat, he's just bigger. Oh, it's a Saturday night, people. I hope you're having a good time. As far as defense goes, I think we're going to be fine. Fine-ish. I think if teams want to run, they're going to be able to run. We have no inside linebacker help. Josie Jewell, the Outlaw. It's a great fucking name. Hardworking guy. Just not good enough. But I mean, the league is passing now. I think we do good against teams like the Chiefs because they want to fucking throw the ball, and that's where we're gonna be good. God damn, Bradley Chubb and fucking Von Miller coming off those edges. We got some fucking killers back there in the secondary. Justin Simmons, I think he gets at least 7 fucking interceptions this year. So I think we're going to be fine on that. I think, Broncos fans, I think we're going to have a lot of boring games. I think it's going to be a lot of running where we try and make shit happen and maybe one good play action down the field thing. But I think it's going to be a lot of dump offs, which is going to be rough because we don't have any healthy tight ends. I mean, Jake Butt, dude. No more respect to anybody than Jake Butt. But guy just can't be healthy. It's insane. It's a pretty sad fucking thing, actually. because he's so good. Honestly, I think he's better. He's better than Noah Fant. I mean, that probably shouldn't be a big surprise if he's healthy, but he's never healthy. 3 straight fucking ACLs. The first play tonight, he walks off. Granted, he came back, caught a couple passes, I think. But I mean, can you really rely on that? Hireman, he had some flashes last year, but I mean, is he ever healthy? So I don't know, man. These Shanny, Kubiak, Scangarello offenses need that tight end, and I don't know. When Noah Fant gets hurt in the 3rd preseason game, kind of freak out. Special teams. Is anybody ever going to fucking catch the ball? It's another huge problem. I think it's unfortunate, but I hope that when it happens, when they make Emmanuel Sanders our punt returner, that they just tell him, fair catch the ball. Fuck it. I don't care if the coverage is 20 yards away. Fair catch the ball. Because these guys are awful. And that's a thing. Okay, now it is. Now we can get John. That's the thing where John has fucked up so bad in these drafts. There's no depth on this team. We have a starting offensive line with one guy who probably shouldn't start anywhere, at left tackle at least, in Garrett Bowles, and one other guy who can really play the offensive line position. That's horrible. We have horrible inside linebackers. We have 2 starters, 2 not great starters, and then just a bunch of dudes. Our defensive line is bad. Wolf just kind of old. Shelby's going to be good. But I mean, if he goes down, who the fuck's back there? It's a mess. Our wide receivers, our depth on that is a mess. Ugh. It's going to be rough, guys. If someone gets hurt, anybody of significance at any of those places, we're fucked. It's going to be a bad year. And especially on the O-line, because we already got a guy who's not very good. I wanted Bowles to be good. I thought he came in with a great attitude. He was just like, fuck that. Touch my quarterback, I'm going to kill you. And it turns out he's the biggest fucking pansy in the world. Yelling at fans and shit because they booed him at a preseason game. Give me a break, dude. Led the league the last 2 years in holding penalties. Oh, that was a big swing and a miss. Should have got Rams check there, Gianni. Eventually it's not just on John or on the coaches. It's on the guy. And, you bring in a guy like Munchak. How much money are they paying that motherfucker just to be an offensive line coach? A lot of money. They're like, hey, your daughter's here? And he's like, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, still. And they're like, we'll pay you like a head coach. Oh. But I am a little more excited than I have been in the last 2 years. But I'm more cautious, like I said. But I am excited. I mean, dude, say all you want about Joe Flacco. He's never had great stats, never done all this shit, but he runs this system good. And I'm looking forward to that. If that line, that's like, why the fuck aren't they playing him? It's kind of why I wish they would have played them. I really don't want to go into the Raiders game, which is a very winnable game, and it be like our third preseason game. I don't like that. But still, fuck. I'm so negative. I don't like being like that. Because it hasn't started, you know? I think the Rockies really fucked me up. I was so pumped on those Rockies and they killed me. Just like I'm going to be super pumped about the Avs until Mikko Rantanen doesn't fucking sign. And then all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, Jesus. But no, guys, it was great to be back. I hope to do this a lot more. I think I will. This wasn't that bad. It's 50 minutes of me just talking shit. Hopefully something better, a little more analysis. Maybe some more funny stories or something, because I don't think I threw any of those in. But no, this was kind of just to get my feet wet again. Hope you guys have a great fucking night. Great couple weeks, and hopefully after that Monday night game against the Raiders, I can come back and do this. I will try and do that for you. If you enjoy it. If you don't, you can comment or just don't even listen. Like I said, there's probably going to be maybe 1 or 2 listens on this thing. But enjoy your day. Go Rockies, even though you suck. Go Broncos, even though I'm not very optimistic. Go Avs, even though that's not part of this podcast name. Go Buffs football, even though that ain't part of this podcast name. Go Lobos basketball, even though that's not part of this podcast name. And NBA, nah, I don't really care. I guess go Nuggets. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Love ya. Comment, like, share, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Take it easy. Have a good time. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. Bye.